Okay, so one of the drawbacks of the MacBook Neo is the fact that it has limited memory, 8 gigs, and limited SSD. Well, as for the memory on board, I can confidently say that 8 gigabytes is plenty. Because even when I max it out, I'm always seem to be under 8 gigabytes. Somehow, Apple is doing some magic on the back end with their programs, and they managed to get everything to work. I've never had a problem with it. It will even run full Serato DJ Pro version 4. No problems. I ran it at the club, no problems. So yeah, I am very impressed. It's very light, it's very small, it's very cheap. It's you can just throw it around, you don't have to worry about it. I can leave the expensive MacBook Pro at home. But the other major problem for me is storage, especially with music. The max you can get is 512 gigabytes of storage. The base model is 256 gigabytes, and a lot of DJs will say, "Oh, that's fine. You know, I can. If you need more than 256 gigabytes, then you have too much shit in your collection." Well, maybe, but I like to have everything, no matter what, and I like to have it available at all times. So my workaround for that was, let me close some of this stuff here while I'm saving some memory. Yeah, look, I'm down at 6. And I'm running Serato. Actually, I'm running a bunch of other things, including this screen recording. So the more I close. So we got Serato open. Let's close email. It's going 5 gigs. I still got 3 gigs of space left. It will do stems. It will do everything. So storage. Back to the storage. I want all my music. And I have about a terabyte of music that I'd like to keep on hand. So what I wound up doing is... I copied the core music that I need for the night, and I put that on the local machine, and it plays, no problem at all. But for the stuff that I may not need, but I may want to get just in case, either I can use Apple Music, which is cool, or there's a website it's a service called pCloud. Now, pCloud is a service that you're all familiar with, Dropbox and all these other companies. pCloud is a cloud-based service that you can buy monthly, annually, or lifetime. That's right. You pay once, $199, and that's it. You now have, in this case, 500 gigs of space, and you don't have to ever pay again. So yeah, $400 is a lot of money, but it's a one-time payment, and that's it. You have 2 terabytes in the cloud forever. So that is amazing. So I have, close to 2 terabytes or something of space, and I don't have to pay for it again. So what I did on my other machine, my MacBook, which is the expensive one, I guess, sits at home and it uploads my music to my cloud. Nobody has access to it, pCloud. And my music, it took a month to get on the 2 terabyte up there, maybe 3 weeks, because I have really slow internet. But I uploaded all my stuff to the cloud. Then I go into Lexicon DJ, which is another program, but I'll have to do a video on. And we go to pCloud, and you say backup, my MacBook, and here's all my files, my music files. And what I did was I drug in all the tracks from pCloud over to here. And these are the songs that show up. However, they're not on this machine. They're in the cloud. So I just loaded that track from the cloud, and watch how fast it is. Ready? Let's do another one. A country. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 seconds it loads it. So now that it's in Lexicon, you can sync to any program you want. Record Box, Serato Tractor, Virtual DJ, Engine DJ, DJ Pro, and iTunes. I synced it to Serato version 4. Which took quite a while because it had to touch every single file and import the thing into the Serato. But it's there. And if I look, I have these playlists. I put P for pCloud in front of them, so I know which ones are what. And if I load up a track, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, there you go. Actually, it's probably even faster than that. 1 1000, 2, it's instant. Yeah, I would say 3 seconds. 1 1000, 2 1000, okay, 2 or 3 seconds. And then it will play. I don't know if you can hear that. So yeah, I have all my music. It's synced up with my MacBook. It's perfect. And then if the internet's not there, I still have my major, important stuff. And that's great. Now, the only caveat here is you do not want to ever load Serato unless the pCloud is running already. So make sure it's established. Make sure you can open the drive and get into the folders, because otherwise Serato will say it's not there and it'll turn it to a different color and all other stuff. And yeah, it's really important that you have, solid internet, because it just, you could go analyze the tracks, which I'm not going to do because I'm sure that's going to take months or whatever to read every single track, download. It's not costing any money, but you can see how long this is taking to back up, because what it's doing right now is on the pCloud drive. It probably has a Serato. Here's the Serato folder right here. It just created a copy of the library up on pCloud, but that's okay. So it's actually good keeping a copy of your library and your files up in the cloud. And then if you look on my main drive here, here's my Serato library for the songs that I keep locally just in case. So yeah, this is highly recommended. I'm still testing this to make sure it works. The only thing is, do not launch Serato or any DJ program unless you know that pCloud is mounted and it shows up, and that's it. It seems to be working great. I just think this is so cool because I have my own private cloud. I'm not paying Apple for it. I'm not paying Dropbox. I'm not paying anybody. I bought my storage. It's not going to change much. I'll just change a few tracks here and there. And as long as you have some sort of internet, you can get to those tracks, Thinking about buying more storage and putting it all up there and just keeping the critical stuff, on the local laptop. Because now, this disk was full. This is a 512. And now that I have offloaded the stuff there, I've got half my disk space free, which is so cool. So yeah, the internet goes down, you don't have access to that shit. But it won't crash the program. If you were to launch Serato and then disconnect or eject a drive, it will not crash the program as long as you're not playing from that drive. But it'll just show as this track's not available. Yeah, so this highly recommended for all DJs. The other thing I'm going to do a video on is tail scale, because tail scale is another way that you can. That'll be another test I'm going to do. Is I can access my network attached storage. If I look at my devices, these are all my devices at home. I could be anywhere in the world, and I can get to my Macs and all my other devices, and so therefore I could map a drive to my NAS and basically get to my music. See, the thing is that the DJ program itself, Serato, keeps a library of the tracks, so therefore when you go to search for something, let's see how long this takes. So, alright, it loaded up pretty quick. So let's go into, I don't know, let's pick a track I know I don't have on my local machine. So, I can't even pronounce this. Agua, A-G-U-A. We're going to go to the top. We're going to do A-G-U-A. Is it A-J-U-A? There it is. And found it instantly because 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds later it loads. But yeah, so the indexing is done on the local library, and then when you go to access the file, does it actually reach out to the internet, and or shoot, in my case, the whatever. So, yeah, let me know if you're interested. In the comments of more cool DJ tips like this, because I mean, I labeled these with P for pCloud. I may label these as L for local. Maybe I'll do another one for U for USB. So that way, okay, let me show you one other thing. This is kind of important. If you close Serato, never, ever, ever, never, ever, you always you want to launch pCloud first. This is important. If not, it's going to screw things up. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close, not now, but I'm going to close pCloud, and then I'm going to launch Serato. And theoretically, those tracks should be missing out of the list for me to play. This is a test. I don't know if this is going to screw it up or not. But definitely you do not want to disconnect pCloud while Serato's running. It won't break anything, but it'll confuse the hell out of it. Obviously, this takes so long. I don't know why it backs up my library every time. I'm going to turn this feature off. Okay, so we're going to quit pCloud. Now, there's no way to get to it. So I launch Serato again. My theory is it's just going to show the local stuff because they're separate libraries. Nope, it didn't work. Well, I'm not gonna. I gotta close this now because I don't want it to back up. All right, so now it's writing to the local library on the Mac. So if here's what I was trying to test. If you have a USB drive and you put a library on it and you have files on it, and then you launch Serato and that drive is not there, they disappear out of the left list, which is cool. Because you say you have a Latin party, but you don't DJ Latin music. So what you do is you make a USB flash drive that has Latin music only on it. You make all your Serato library shit, and then when you plug it in, then launch Serato, there's your Latin stuff. When you disconnect it, it doesn't show up, it doesn't search it, which is great because I'm doing a country night. Why do I need to see the Latin shit? Or whatever. Okay, so pCloud is launching. I'm always going to go open drive to make sure. And there it goes. I'm going to have to edit this video as it's got my email. And now, we launch Serato one more time. And we're going to try to load a track from pCloud. Hopefully it didn't gray them all out or whatever. Nope, seems like it's there. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6. That was a little longer than usual. 1 1000, 2 1000. Oh, so that one was quicker. I don't know why. 1 1000, 2 1000. Okay, so somewhere between 2 and 6 seconds. And you can scrub through the whole track and it'll play fine because it loaded up into memory. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in shit like this. Let me know in the comments and I will definitely do more videos to show you how I do this stuff. I've got to turn this backup thing off. I mean, I do all my work in Lexicon. So, and then I'll export it to Serato. That's a whole nother video. I bought that as a lifetime license as well. I'm still so impressed at I'm only using 5 gigs out of 8 with Serato fully loaded. And the screen recording shit. This thing never, ever runs out of memory. Well, I'm sure I could make it, but... yeah, this has got to be turned off. If you had to reboot the program and you have to wait for it to back up every single time, I'm not making changes to this. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.